Now understand why they have to do this, though. And this is the silver lining. They're doing this because they saw the results of the Arizona primary. They're doing this because Trump-endorsed candidates are winning Secretary of State's races, winning governor's primaries. They're winning Senate primaries. The more you attack the America First MAGA movement, the stronger we become. You see, they can't win using normal means. They don't want to have a policy discussion. Their ideas are failing. Their principles are against everything that we believe as Americans. They have to go to third world tactics. In fact, this is fourth world stuff. The third world's looking at us and saying, you're going after a former president for a potential paperwork dispute after there was a meeting in early June with the same FBI. And then Merrick Garland comes out and says, I personally approved the raid. Let me tell you what, day one, Republicans take back the House and the Senate. We impeach Merrick Garland and we remove him as Attorney General of the United States. We're not going to put up with this anymore. The new conservative movement would roll over and say, you know, whatever, it's the FBI. No, not anymore. It is very clear, and you've seen all this online maybe one or two different times. That wasn't just a raid against Trump. That was a raid against your values. That was a raid against you. That is a presidential landmark where treaties were signed, deals were negotiated. That's a desecration of the conservative movement. And they say, well, we're a very non-political branch of law enforcement is what we are. They are the shock troops of the Democrat Party is what they have become. But understand, in reaction to that raid, it was interesting to see how the Republican Party responded. Now, some people responded beautifully and wonderfully with disgust and outrage, the same way you did. But do you notice how some Republicans were very vanilla in their response? Where they said, well, we have to allow this to play out. We have to allow this to unfold. You see, what makes the America First MAGA movement so unique, so dangerous, is that we're not just fighting for freedom and liberty, but we're against the uniparty. We're against the Republicrats and the Democrats that always get us into foreign wars unnecessarily, keep our borders wide open, deindustrialize our economy, and they just want us to talk about issues that don't really matter. You see, it was very interesting to see the Republican Party. Some were very good. I mean, Blake Masters was wonderful. Carrie Lake was terrific. You see the people running here, but many people in the establishment of Washington, D.C., they say, well, you know, we can't attack the FBI for what they did here. And I think all of you know better. You know that right now, one of the greatest threats to our liberty, it's not happening in Ukraine, it's in our own government against our people.